How's it going, everyone? It's Harvey from Weather Sponge 5000, and in this video we're going to focus on the total amount of snowfall accumulation you should experience this winter for the entirety of the United States. But before I begin, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather-related content. So let's begin by taking a look at my forecasted winter snowfall anomaly forecast for the 2022-2023 winter. And of course, we do see that much of the northern United States is expecting a lot more snow than what you typically experience, and this is due to several different factors. For one thing is that we're gonna experience La Nina type conditions, which typically brings more jet stream dips, and as a result more cold fronts moving through that brings snowfall with it, to where we should expect a little bit more snowfall accumulation. And of course, since we do see more pronounced jet stream dips, we see more troughs move through the northern portion of the United States for a higher amount of precipitation to occur. So as a result, the chance of snowfall inevitably increases as a result of an enhanced amount of troughs moving through the northern United States. So we should expect more snow than average as a result of an increased amount of precipitation, as well as an increased amount of cold air moving through the northern United States as a result of more jet stream dips. But there's several different factors as well. Typically during La Nina, of course, we do see more snow than average in the northern portion of the United States, and not only that, it takes a lot. Soil that doesn't have snow over it, it heats up a lot faster than soil that has snow on top of it. And since we typically do see a higher snowpack during the winter months, during a La Nina winter, then we're more likely to experience cooler than average conditions, which as a result would allow for the possibility for more snow events rather than rain events. So as a result, you should expect more snow than average for pretty much the entirety of the northern United States, and you should expect much more snow than average right around the Cascade Mountains of Washington and Oregon, as well as the northern portion of the Rocky Mountain ranges. You should expect much more snowfall than average, and this includes Great Lakes as well, since the water temperature over the Great Lakes are warmer than average at this time. Then there's more likely that the lake effect snow will be more prominent this winter, because the lakes are less likely to freeze by the time we enter the winter months, since the lake's water temperatures are currently warmer than average. And since we're going to see more jet stream dips move through the northern Great Lakes, and we should see a higher amount of instability right around the Great Lakes for more lake effect snow to occur. So as a result, you should expect much more snow than average for a lot of the northern Midwest. However, you should expect less snow right around the southwestern portion of the United States, including Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas as well. And this is as a result of a severe drought you guys are currently experiencing throughout the southwestern portion of the United States. And it's only going to be compounded by the fact that a La Nina typically brings drier than average conditions for the southern United States. So we should expect a lot less precipitation than average, and as a result, a lot less snow than average. And of course, since the temperatures will be warmer during a drought, since dry soil heats up a lot faster than moist soil, then we should expect less possibilities of snow for the southwestern portion of the United States. So as a result, you should expect less snow than average, thanks to a severe drought that's right over your area, and La Nina slash neutral phase, bringing drier than average conditions for southern United States. So that's something to keep in mind, that you should expect less snow than average for the southwestern portion of the United States this winter. Now, taking a look at my temperature anomaly forecast, I did make this around a week ago, and we do see that the southern United States should expect temperatures much warmer than average due to several different factors. Of course, dry soil heats up a lot faster than moist soil during a drought, so we should expect warmer temperatures overall for the southwestern portion of the United States, and we should expect warmer than average conditions for the southeast, even because the sea surface temperatures are much warmer than average over the Gulf of Mexico and the western Atlantic, which should transfer a lot of that energy to the air temperature for it to rise a little bit more this winter. But of course, the temperatures will be well below average this winter for the northern United States, thanks to a La Nina, or a neutral phase that's expected to build later on during the winter. So that should enhance the amount of snow for the northern United States. So that's something to keep in mind as well when making this snowfall forecast. Now, taking a look at the precipitation forecast, you see that it sort of mimics what the temperature forecast is stating at this time, with several key differences. For one thing is that the southeast is expected to receive more precipitation than average. Now, this could lead to more snow events, since of course there's going to be more troughs moving through, and if the cold air and the moist air coincides with each other at the right time, then the possibility of a snow event greatly does increase for the southeastern portion of the United States. But we're just going to need to wait and see. It's going to be a little bit more of a difficult forecast for the southeast, since it will be more moist than average, which could increase the possibility of snow. But at the same time, the temperatures will be warmer than average most likely, so that would decrease the chance of snow. So it's going to be sort of like a winter battle zone right around southeast. We're going to need to pay close attention, but inevitably for the northern United States, since the cold air will be compounded by the fact that it's going to be more, you should expect more precipitation than average, and we should see the possibility of snow greatly increase for the northern United States, and the possibility of snow greatly decreased for the southwestern portion of the United States for the reasons I just stated. You guys are in a drought. A La Nina is expected to be here for the early part of the winter, but it should eventually build into a neutral phase. But that doesn't really change the conditions much for the southwestern portion of the United States, as both phases typically bring at least warmer or drier than average conditions for the southwestern portion of the United States. And a drought is very difficult to get rid of, as it doesn't go away overnight. So I expect this drought to continue even on to the winter. So that definitely should limit the chance of snowfall for a lot of the southwestern portion of the United States. Now, taking a look at my total winter snowfall forecasts for the entirety of the United States. So in the higher elevations of the Rocky Mountain ranges, you should expect over 80 inches of snow, which isn't anything that's not typical for you guys. You typically do experience some some of the most snow that the entirety of the lower 48 of the United States experiences. So expect a lot of snow this winter if you're in the higher elevations of the Rocky Mountain region like usual. And I am expecting over 80 inches of snow for portions of the Great Lakes. This is, of course, as a direct result of lake effect snow, which definitely adds on a heavy amount of snow throughout the winter. And of course, since you're further northward, it's typically a lot colder, so most precipitation events right around the northern Great Lakes region are snow events, which generally does add on to the high snow total you typically experience in a given winter. So expect over 80 inches of snow where you're shaded in the dark red. This includes Buffalo, and this includes areas just north of Green Bay, Wisconsin. So keep that in mind. And then you should expect 60 to 80 inches of snow where you see the lighter reds. This includes the slightly lower elevated areas of Rocky Mountain ranges, as well as areas including just south of the 80-inch category in the northern Great Lakes. Green Bay, Wisconsin is involved with this, so make sure to prepare for a lot of snow this winter if you're in the lightly shaded reds as well. And then just south of that, you should expect 40 to 60 inches in the purple. Now, this area of 40 to 60 inches is a little bit bigger, and it moves a little, and I moved it a little bit further southward to areas that typically don't experience 40 to 60 inches of snow, because I do expect a lot of the northern United States to be a lot colder and more moist than average, which should allow for more impactful snowstorms to move further southward and bring that heavier snow further southward. So in areas such as Milwaukee, Minnesota, you should expect 40 to 60 inches of snow, and this could move as far south as Detroit, Michigan, and Cleveland, Ohio. So make sure to pay close attention to that in those cities. That this winter you should expect a little bit more snow than average. And then just south of that, I'm expecting 30 to 40 inches of snow. This includes bigger cities such as Boston, New York City, and just to the northwest of Philadelphia. Now, for New York City and surrounding areas, this is more snowfall than you typically experience in a given winter. So, as I do expect more nor'easters and major blizzards to impact the East Coast as well, of more jet stream dips and warmer than average sea surf temperatures, which should enhance the instability for the East Coast of the United States. So I do expect the snow totals to be above average for the East Coast and areas such as New York City and Chicago. Just south of that, expect 20 to 30 inches of snow for the southwestern portion of the United States, such as New Mexico. This area is a little bit further northward than what you'd typically expect, because I do expect this winter to be drier for you guys, which means less snowfall accumulation than what you typically experience. So keep that in mind, that the snow totals right around the southwestern portion of the United States should be lower than average, 10 to 20 inches just south of that, and then 1 to 10 inches just south of that. This includes cities such as Charlotte. Memphis is right along the border, Oklahoma City, and you see that the 1 to 10 inch category is just north of cities that on average typically do at least experience a little bit of accumulating snowfall, like Dallas, Texas. I am putting the 1 to 10 inch area a little bit further northward because it should be drier and warmer than average for the southern United States. So I think that this year you might not experience snowfall at all for Dallas. So make sure to keep that in mind, and that might be good news for those who may not like the snow right around Dallas. So this is my total snowfall forecast. If you want even more in detail forecast regarding how much snowfall accumulation you should expect this winter, just make sure to comment down below your specific location, and I'll make sure to give you guys an in-depth in detail forecast regarding how much snowfall accumulation you should experience in your specific area. So make sure to comment down below if you're interested. And also, I'm gonna go back to my other winter forecast video and comment on those who I haven't commented on yet. So if you're asking a question regarding this winter, I'll get to answering your questions. It just takes a lot of time, but I'll make sure to comment under your guys' questions and make sure to give you guys an in detail answer regarding how much snow you should experience in your area. So make sure to just be patient, and I'll get to answering those questions in a bit. But anyways, guys, I thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather content, and I hope you guys have a good day.